Hey, this is Ginny. LearnWithGinny.com is where you can find my newsletter. But, usually I come on these videos and I have a layout, an outline of what I want to talk about, but this is something I kept avoiding it because I didn't have the outline written out. And I'm like, you know what? I got to just do this because I got to get it out here. And it's something on my heart. I've seen a few things out there the last week. I was supposed to do this days ago because it was fresh on my mind, but it was still on my heart. Again, I was making excuses, telling myself stories that, I got to have this right. This doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Just do it. Anyway, and that's note to self, doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just do it. So, here's the thing I noticed. It was popping out at me because several people, the one person was lamenting that nobody commented or liked her post in a support group. And, people are busy, guys, and it's social media. And you are relying on the algorithms of some computer. Don't take stuff like that personally. I understand because, Facebook, Twitter, Facebook mainly has, they hired psychologists to study people and their behavior. And they have created something that we kind of crave. We like getting lots of likes and hearts and wows and comments on our posts. It just feels good when people are paying attention to us, right? And it feeds that little dopamine drip in your brain. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I'm not a psychologist, don't know. Just stuff I've read. But it's true, and it's why you obsessively check it to see how many people commented on your post. It's human nature. It's perfectly natural. But everybody else is doing the same thing. They're just thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. And they're busy. They might be just scrolling and they missed your post. Or you happen to post at a time when it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look within yourself. So there was that little thing that popped out at me. And this common thread was just, how your brain pays attention to certain things. Like if you bought a Ford Escape and you see a million Ford Escapes out there all of a sudden, it's just because your brain, has that in its consciousness or whatever. I don't know. But you just notice it more. It's the same thing that happened. I was noticing this negativity. The second thing was a friend of mine had some people saying some really mean things about them. And I also saw another friend who had some trolls on the internet saying nasty things on their posts too and on their videos. I've seen that many times, guys. It happens all the time. I mean, if you really get in there and start scrolling around and getting sucked into all the comments on news feeds and news articles for that matter, especially political ones, you're going to see some nasty people out there. Your brain automatically, oh boy, I wish I could remember the numbers. I remember, okay, it was 95% of your brain operates from the subconscious, and I want to say it was 90% of your decisions and what you do and what you think are based on fear. We're just hardwired that way, and that's how we survived as humans. So it's natural for you to focus on that one comment, on that one negative person, on that one person that's being cruel. Maybe it's not one person, maybe it's a handful, maybe it's 2 or 3. But there's probably hundreds or even dozens, I don't know. If you literally, let's say you wrote down, these are the people that wrote the negative comments and the people that said these mean things to me. How many people say positive things to you? Or have got your back or are supporting you? Focus on those on purpose, because you are going to automatically obsess over these negative people. I'm sure you've seen it. I've done it before. I've worried about some scenario and lost sleep over it, especially with my kids, somebody attacking my kids. And that's what it felt like. It wasn't really an attack. I don't even remember any particular situations. I'm just talking. But I have lost sleep over my kids about stuff in their lives, because you focus on that negative, it goes away. There's so much more of the positive, of things that are good in your life. Focus on those. That was the main point that was on my heart. I wanted you to, especially if that particular friend sees this video, there are a lot of people behind you. So go get it. Don't let those voices tear you down. Love you, and visit my website, learnwithginny.com. Sign up for my newsletter, because I write about stuff like this. I don't do videos as often because, well, maybe I should, but I'm just, I don't know. I don't like videos as much. I like writing. It's fun to put the words together. So get on my newsletter so you get that stuff. And if you want the easy button for losing weight, I found it. Dude, you gotta get in touch with me if that's something you want. Or just get on my newsletter, because I'll write about it. Make it a great day.